Hey guys, this is Bruce Marshall with my weekly edition of 3 stocks to consider right now. So we know, I've got a chart of the SPX up here. We know we've got a lot of craziness going on. We've got geopolitical concerns, Iran, oil prices, all that kind of stuff. Also the overall market, inflation. We got a Fed meeting coming up. We got PCE on Friday, all that kind of good stuff. And we've been in this downward channel since this is the start of the year 2026 right here. So basically from the beginning of the year we've been down, 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 down. So we can't rely on buying the Mag 7s anymore. That just is not working like it did over here, right? And we've talked about that in quite a few videos. And I've said many times, and I continue to believe that this is going to be a stock picker's year. And I'm going to pick some stocks for you. So let's jump right in. All right, the first one is a good old dividend play stock on Merck. If you haven't looked at Merck in a while, if you've been trading for a while like I have, I've been trading professionally for over 35 years. Been in and out of Merck many, many, many times. Great stock. You want a chart. This is a 1-year chart, lower left to upper right. However, 125 up there at the high, pullback, that's the 20-day there, that's the 50-day moving average, and that's a good level of support for us at the 50-day moving average. So I always have 3 reasons to buy a stock. That's one, good chart here, obviously. Good pullback, it's a good sector, very profitable sector. Merck is I think it's a 120-year-old company, been around forever. But let me show you a little bit more here. So if you look at Merck here, it has a 2.93% yield. Pretty good, right? 85-cent dividend. It will go ex-dividend on Monday. I'm recording this on March the 11th, so on March 16th it goes ex-dividend. Full disclosure, I bought it today. I own it. I'm long, so full disclosure there, right? But again, I think it's a good time to buy it. I will catch this next dividend, and we'll run higher into this next earnings over here, which will be at the end of April. The dividend is 85 cents a share. They have free cash flow of $4.94 a share, so they've covered their dividend 4-5x. It's pretty incredible. So not really worried about that dividend. In fact, it should be increasing over time, right? Great 3 years earnings growth rate. The RSI is about 39, so it's very low, meaning it's oversold, potentially oversold, right? So Merck is my number one. These are not in any order, but this is on the list. The first one we're going to talk about, right? The second one is a company I wanted to stick with the energy related names. I've talked about this for months. I hope you guys have caught some of those great names that I've put on the list for, I do this weekly, so it's been on there. They've been coming up recurringly, right? VICor, if I'm saying that right, VICR. Again, great chart. Pull back to the 50. You see a pattern here. I like to buy on a pullback to the 20, or buy on a pullback to the 50, or possibly buy on a pullback to the 200 if it gets that far. It's a good place to start to consider something. Good sector. Now this, let me show you this right here. This is an energy company. You can see subsidiaries design, develop, manufacture power components, power system for converting electrical power. Blah blah blah. You can read that, but it's in a good sector. Obviously, hot sector, infrastructure and energy. Very good sector. It has a 3-year growth rate. 3-year growth rate is 616%. It's been crazy. Lower left, upper right, great. RSI is 57. That's right in the sweet spot. That's perfect. So RSI would be my number. The second one on the list. Again, these are not ranked in any particular order. It's going for about $175, $178 a share, right? Okay, the third one is we're going to stick with the energy. I mean, the energy sector has been so good to us the last couple of months, or really last year. Been in it for a while. The third one is Tidewater. So again, if you've been around for a while, you have probably been in or out of Tidewater. I've traded it, man, a long, long time. I've been trading professionally for over 35 years. Great oil service company, great stock. This one is more of a trading vehicle than a buy and hold, I would say. Probably a little more aggressive, but I like it here. We pull back to the 20 right here. That's a good, I mean, it's a good chart, good sector, good entry point, potentially there at the 20. We know what's going on with crude and oil prices with Iran and all the crazy stuff, right? So this will continue to be a good sector for a while, and I like to have some exposure there. I've continued to talk about these names because that sector has been really good. Again, good to us for a long time. All right, 3-year earnings growth rate is 88.5%. Can't beat that. That's pretty good, right? Again, pull back to the 20. This one has short interest of about 4%. It's like 3.98% short interest. That's a good thing, I think. That can fuel a trigger higher. That's a good thing. Understand short interest and how it works, that kind of thing. So that again, that can help you a lot. So again, we want to be in the names that are in the right sectors, obviously. And again, Tidewater, great sector, energy. The VICor, VICR in energy, which can be the infrastructure play with the AI build out, and that's going to be a long cycle, guys. I mean, I'm talking about the next, being these names for 5 years or 10 years or whatever, billions and billions of dollars. Amazon, all these companies, Oracle, etc., committed billions and billions of dollars to build out all the AI infrastructure, right? This will be one that could take advantage of that. The other, again, Merck. It's kind of a counter trend play. It's something it's not tech, it's not AI, it's just good old, pharmaceutical type company, been around forever. Again, good dividend paying stocks, and we could use like the wheel strategy on that. However, with this one, you've got to get it before, if you want that dividend, you got to get it before March 16th. So again, with these, normally I do like 3 stocks under 50. I'm just, these just came up, so they're not all under $50, obviously, but good stocks to look at and consider at the moment. So with that, I'm going to put some links down. Join me in the bias room, my trading room. We talk about these all the time. Again, we are long that Merck name as of today, full disclosure. But if you want to see how we do it and what we talk about, there's links down below. We'll do a trial run for you and all that kind of stuff. Be sure to like and subscribe to this, and let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what other videos you want me to do, and I'm glad to cover any topics you want. So thanks for your time, guys. I really appreciate it, and I will see you at the next update. Thanks. Take care.